Take a moment to look around you. Look at the people on the street, in your office, or even in your own mirror. Notice anything. There is a subtle change happening to the human race. It is not a virus. It is not a political movement. It is a physical alteration of our biology. We are quite literally losing sight of the world. This is the story of the silent epidemic. In the 1950s, less than 20% of the population in East Asia needed glasses. Today, in urban areas like Seoul and Hong Kong, that number has exploded to nearly 90% of teenagers. In the United States and Europe, rates have doubled in just a few decades. Scientists project that by the year 2050, half of the entire global population, 5 billion people, will be myopic. But this isn't just about needing a stronger prescription or wearing contact lenses. This is about a fundamental deformation of the human eye. Our eyeballs are growing too long, stretching out of shape like a balloon under pressure. And this stretching comes with a terrible cost, a drastically higher risk of retinal detachment, glaucoma, and permanent blindness later in life. For the first time in history, we are facing a future where being able to see clearly is the exception, not the rule. So, what is happening to us? Why are our eyes failing en masse? For decades, the answer seemed obvious. We blamed our screens, we blamed our books, we blamed our genes. We told our children not to sit too close to the television. But the true answer is far more fascinating and far more primal than we ever imagined. Let's start with the genetics. If your parents wear glasses, you are more likely to wear them too. That is true. But genes don't change this fast. Evolution takes thousands of years, not a single generation. So genetics loads the gun, but something in our modern environment is pulling the trigger. Then we looked at near work, reading, studying, scrolling on smartphones. It makes intuitive sense. If you spend all day looking at things close up, your eyes adapt to focus on near objects, losing the ability to see far away. This theory held strong for years, but then researchers found something strange. They studied children who read books for hours a day but lived in rural environments and compared them to urban children who read the same amount. The rural children had perfect vision. The urban children did not. If it wasn't the reading, what was it? The breakthrough came when scientists stopped looking at what we were doing and started looking at where we were doing it. The culprit isn't necessarily the screen in your hand. It's the roof over your head. We are suffering from light starvation. You see, the human eye requires bright, natural daylight to develop correctly. When sunlight hits the retina, it triggers the release of a critical neurotransmitter called dopamine. This dopamine acts like a chemical stop sign. It tells the eyeball, stop growing. You are the perfect shape. But in our modern lives, we have moved indoors. Even a brightly lit classroom or office usually has less than 500 lux of light. Outside, even on a cloudy day, the light intensity is over 10,000 lux. On a sunny day, it can be over 100,000. By keeping our children inside, in schools, in apartments, in front of screens, we have cut off their supply of visual dopamine. Without that chemical signal, the eye doesn't know when to stop growing, so it keeps elongating, stretching further and further in a desperate attempt to find the light, resulting in the blurred distance vision we call myopia. We haven't just changed our habits, we have changed our habitat, and our bodies are struggling to adapt. The picture sounds bleak, a world of blurred vision and thick lenses. But there is good news. Now that we understand the mechanism, we can fight back. The solution is surprisingly simple, and it doesn't require expensive technology. It requires a return to nature. Public health experts are now suggesting a new prescription for children, the 2-hour rule. Studies from Singapore and Australia have shown that spending just 2 hours a day outdoors in natural light is enough to stimulate the dopamine release needed to regulate eye growth. It works as a protective shield, significantly reducing the risk of developing myopia regardless of how much reading or gaming the child does. Beyond lifestyle changes, science is catching up. We are seeing the development of special contact lenses that reshape the cornea while you sleep. We have low-dose atropine eye drops that can chemically slow the elongation of the eye. And in classrooms across Asia, architects are experimenting with glass ceilings and walls to flood learning environments with natural light. We are not doomed to a blurry future, but we must recognize that our eyes are ancient organs living in a modern world. They were evolved for the savannah, for scanning the horizon, and for the brilliance of the sun. So, perhaps the best thing you can do for your vision right now isn't to buy a better monitor or download a blue light filter. It's to put down the phone, walk out the door, and simply look at the sky. What do you think? Are you noticing more people wearing glasses in your own life? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the changing human experience.